We are Metroid fans, and according to a quote from Reggie, we're insatiable.
Yes.
So here are the top 5 games that can come close to filling the Samus-sized hole in our hearts.
Let's go!
We got the 5 best games that you can play to remind you of Metroid. And real quick, I am glad that Reggie has recently said, talk to me in a year and we'll see what's happened with Metroid.
Yes.
So we may only need these for 365 days, but regardless, they are good games that stand on their own merits as well.
Absolutely. Definitely worth picking up. The first one that I want to talk about is a game that I've played very, very little of.
Me too.
But I've heard a lot from our good friend Guru.
Me too.
This is a Guru recommended game called Guacamelee. More adventure, but also a little bit beat 'em up. Luchador
It's got the whole
theme.
map thing going on.
Yes.
Where you can go farther after you get certain things and stuff.
Yes.
I have this game, Simeon.
You have this game?
Yeah, I bought it like on sale or something.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even know
I
that.
played it for like 5 minutes. You know why I stopped, Simeon?
Why did you stop?
Because I found out it's co-op and I want to wait for you.
Oh, well, jeez. Thanks for telling me now. We got to go play this game right now.
Okay, we can maybe do that.
Yes, let's.
Streamer episode or something.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Then there is Exodrifter. This is a great game made by like the Mutant Muds people. And I forget, it was Renegade Kid, but they've recently split up.
Okay.
So half of the development team is going to be making these like old type games, and then half is going to make the more like 3D Dementium and Moon Chronicles, those series. Anyway, the retro side of Renegade Kid made Exodrifter, and it's like 8-bit, but it's even less. So I think they called it 6 or 4-bit or something like that. You know, it's in the D-Make vein of games, and this is really Metroid-like. It's like $5 for 3DS. And what I really liked is you get this weapon power allocation system, and it's just like always on the touchscreen. And you have these certain amount of orbs, and you can either dedicate them to like the damage you're doing, or the distance you're shooting, or the speed you're shooting, or whatever. And you can just on the fly adjust those. So that's kind of cool. And then you get like more orbs to use in it. So that's nice. Really good music in this game, and some tough boss battles that I kept dying on and had to do a little bit of grinding, get some cool power-ups and special weapons and everything. Liked it a lot.
Sounds very Metroid-esque.
Very much.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Cave Story. Now, I don't know how much of this game you've played. Have you played through this game yet?
Also like 15 minutes on this one.
Okay.
What about you?
I've played through it once.
Wow.
And this is a game with, I don't know if it necessarily has multiple endings, which I think it does, but it definitely has multiple paths, which I didn't know until I was like 3/4 of the way through the game, and one of the like main characters died, and I'm like, oh, I could have actually like saved them, but I didn't, and I didn't have the equipment to, and all this stuff happened.
And I was eating Cheetos while I watched him die.
Yep, and so this is a very interesting game. You can get different weapons. You can choose to upgrade weapons now, but if you do, then you'll miss out on some really good weapons later. Once again, something I did. And you get to do all sorts of exploration. You have this, or you can get this Gatling gun, which, you know, upgrade at the beginning of the game. Don't get the best gun at the end of the game, but you can, when you shoot it downward, you hover. You like go upward, so you can like go anywhere, you know, explore anything. Really, really fun game. Pretty in depth, and definitely one that I'll probably go back to. So Cave Story.
Awesome.
Actually, I played Cave Story Plus. I don't know all the differences between those.
Nobody stops talking about this game, and it seems like it's ported to every single console. So there's no excuse for me to not play it.
Yes, exactly.
Then my final recommendation for my half of this show is Steamworld Dig, which is another indie game. And this game has a lot going for it. I just don't know if people see it. because it's the steampunk theme.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people like steampunk. I mean, I know the people that do like it, love it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the steampunk people and the video game people have an overlap, but I think it's relatively small because it's its own thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's more than just video games. It's a whole cosplay and movies and all that sort of stuff extra. So
this game is really awesome. It's like heavy on the exploration side of Metroid. You go down into the mine, you chip away at the stuff, then you see that there's certain materials that you're not able to chip away. So you take what you mine, you go up and you buy a stronger pickaxe, and then you go down, you go to these different levels, fight gradually harder bad guys, and you get so powered up that you like start just flying through the areas that used to take you a long time, and you get really powerful, and you have all kinds of cool moves like wall jumping, and eventually you get like all these steam power-ups where you can like steam boost straight up, kind of like whatever Samus does.
Yeah, the shine spark.
Exactly. So it has a lot in common with this series, and it is awesome. I can't wait to play it again.
Now, like when you first started talking about this, I was thinking of Abraham Lincoln versus Marth. What's that game called? Codename Steam. They're not the same thing. They're completely different universes, right? They're both doing the steampunk thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Codename Steam is first party.
Yes, that's a little bit different.
And then these Steamworld guys, they've also gone on to make Steamworld Heist, I believe, which is more strategy, and you're like bouncing bullets around to kill people.
Okay.
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Just a BTW.
The last game that we're going to talk about is one that we've talked about several times on the show, and I've raved about, and that's Axiom Verge. Great game. You can definitely see the Metroid influence all throughout it.
Yeah.
But there's like very, very little overlap as far as power-ups go with the Metroid universe. Like you can see similarities, but only like the high jump boots that's like the only thing. Like there's a power up that makes you jump higher. Everything else is different.
That's really cool when you can nod to a game and still make so much of your own original stuff.
Yes. There's tons of weapons that you can get, different strategies of taking down enemies, getting the power ups as you go. One of the coolest parts about this game is in exploration, you can have this little drone that you shoot out, and then it has its own life bar and its own weapon, and you get an item eventually where you switch spots with the drone, or you teleport to where the drone is. So you get into a small space with the drone, and then you teleport to where the drone is. It's genius. Very complicated story that I cannot pretend to understand because of the size of my brain, but very, very fun game nonetheless.
It's like those movies that you watch, you get out of the theater and you're like, it's time to visit Wikipedia plot summary.
Yes. Please tell me about this. I was going to say maybe we need to do that with Sin and Punishment Star Successor, but I already did that and it still didn't make any sense.
That's when someone needs to be fired.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, and thanks for being a part of the crew.
Don't forget to leave your comments below. What fills that Samus-shaped hole in your heart?
Thanks for being a part of the crew. Did I already thank them?
I think you did.
I'm just super thankful.
Indeed he is.
See you guys next time.
Signing out.